Hello and welcome. We're here. Sorry we're late. I was eating my dinner until 5:29 p.m. Literally, like 5:29 p.m. I was still eating my pasta that my wife so graciously made for me before the show. But we're live from what day is it? Thursday night football
Thursday.
preview. I'm Eli. That's Matkafee. What's going on, brother? It's been a minute.
Yeah, not too much, man. Just sweating out some international midweek soccer this
Ugh.
week. Had a few spaces and stuff. Yeah, it's been tough. Games have been kind of wild, but it's been a great NFL season so far. Uh, I've had it lucky enough to have a winning week every week, and
Let's go, dude.
hopefully get this thing started. Thursday night, we've got a matchup between two teams that aren't the sexiest, but uh, there was a bunch of us that went and took in the Bears and Broncos in person Sunday, and that game looked garbage on paper, but ended up being probably the best game of the slate. So you just never know. Maybe we'll get surprised here.
I do. I obviously, this is not a. This is. I don't think we're going to see a great football game, but I think there are definitely some angles here, where you've heard us say before, like if this was a 1 o'clock Sunday game, would you be making this bet? If not, don't bet it. There are a few spots that I like tonight where this would be a good betting game, regardless of the night. While we're at it though, Matt is having a hell of an NFL season. And I don't promo the Discord enough on the show, to be honest. I just throw out the Discord link sometimes. Um, the GoldBoys Discord is awesome. It is awesome.
Yeah.
There are some of the best gamblers, definitely on gambling Twitter in the world. I think it's the biggest gambling Discord. Well, technically, sorry, it's not a gambling Discord. It's a sports education community. Wink, wink.
There you go. Choose those words carefully. Right.
Me, McAfee, obviously JD, Sean Boyd, Portman, Gold, Ryan Props. Like there's so much
Yeah.
knowledge.
Tone,
Like I
Prop
when I
Father.
one time I
Yeah.
started to try to like think about the number of daily hours of research put in by GoldBoys handicappers, and it made my brain hurt. But it's a ton. Anyway, goldboys.com. Sign up for the Discord. Also presented by Pickett Sports. Use code GoldBoys. Use code McAfee. Use code Eli. Presented by Sleeper Picks, who have a promo leg, a discount leg for DJ Moore, I think, tonight. I think so. Maybe we'll do something with that a little bit later on the show. Use code GoldBoys, McAfee, or DJ and Eli. Sleeper Picks, you get $100 deposit match. Pickett Sports, they gave you $3 free. They just gave you $3. So, let's just jump into it. Let's just jump.
Yeah.
I guess I was gonna ask you about the Marshawn Lynch thing. You said you didn't see it. Anyway, real quick, Marshawn Lynch went on Shannon Sharp's show and basically said that like Russell Wilson wouldn't let Marshawn Lynch have his phone number or something like that. Just more and more coming out about how Russell Wilson is just like a shit teammate. I don't know. Any thought? Yeah. Also, you should find the interview on YouTube because it's kind of hilarious hearing him talk about the infamous Discord. Gosh dang it, Super Bowl pass play call. Apparently he went and literally laughed in Pete Carroll's face when Russell Wilson did it. You should go watch it. It's hilarious. But I don't know.
I love me some Marshawn, man. He's a character, one of the better characters to come out. And yeah, I know Wilson has that bad teammate moniker. He came out with last year when he went to Denver, wanting a office like he was the coach and all this other stuff, like just some weird stuff. So, I've seen the social media stuff that gets retweeted and goes viral, like the cringy Mr. Worldwide and all that other stuff, or Mr. Unlimited. I don't care too much. I don't mess with it. I just want him to play good football because I've got some Broncos guys on my fantasy team, and I need him to spin the ball to Jerry Jeudy, man. Let's get this thing going. But I mean, I think Sean Payton will build something here. It's just going to take time. Like, we're expecting these overnight results, and I just am not sure the Broncos are that talented defensively. Which puts them in pretty tough spots.
Terrible on that side.
Yeah, and the offensive line doesn't hold up. We saw that in person Sunday against the Bears, who can't get any sacks. and they were all over him. So I don't know. I think we could get a sneaky good game because people say Fields can't throw, and he led the entire league in yards last week. And I think somebody cashed a crazy 50-1 bet on that, which was pretty nuts too. So, but yeah, man, jump in. You can drive, and I'll just react however you want.
So I've been looking at this line all day, and I've seen. So it's weird to me because when you look at like the sites, whatever the sites you can look at that show you like what percentage of the money and everything is on which side, it looks like the Commanders are getting a lot of love, but everyone I see on Twitter and in my replies and everything is saying take the Bears plus 6.
Mm-hmm.
To me, yeah, I watched the game back. I watched the Bears game back. Fields did look a lot better. There was zero coverage. So he threw a couple of really, really nice footballs. He did, but there was they were not covering. Denver was not covering receivers at all. Like in most of his throws, it looked like he was wide open. Now the offense did look better. It looked like a more dynamic offense. Some of the actions they were running, the different motions and designed runs for Fields again. It did look like a more well-rounded offense. It's hard for me to put too much stock in that because of how bad that Denver defense is, though.
I was joking with Ryan. I'm like, Justin Fields. I'm sitting next to Ryan Props while we're watching the game, and I'm like, Justin Fields looks like he's in scarlet and gray, and I mean, he's out here just tossing the thing all over the yard. At one point, he didn't even have an incompletion. I think he hit like his first
for 16.
Like 16. Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, I think I want to see him use his legs. There was they need to have a blend. Like that was like almost no legs in that game, and I think he'll be most dangerous if he's there. Like, and so if they could use that, I'm with you. I like catching some points with the Bears tonight.
I was actually going to go. I was actually going to go the other way. I was actually going to go because I think the Bears are bad. I think the Bears are bad. I'm rooting for Justin Fields. I like him. I think he is better than most of Twitter, or I don't know. I feel like it's mostly just Packers fans that shit on him all the time. But I feel like he's not. He has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Up until last week, he looked broken. And again, it's hard for me to take too much stock in his performance last week just because of how bad the Broncos defense is. So I've been looking at the lines all day. And shout out Pickett Sports here. It looks like I didn't want to lay 6.5. I didn't want to lay 6 for the Commanders, but it looks like you can now get 5.5 only on Fliff or PointsBet. 6.5. I'm not too big about it. And I know 5. It's kind of a key number at 6, but I don't know. The Bears or the Commanders at -5.5 for -115 only on PointsBet. It's still 6 everywhere else. I don't know. I haven't done it yet. But it feels like the Commanders are just a much more well-rounded football team. They have some defense issues. I like what's the quarterback's name? Completely drawing a blank. Oh my god.
Howell?
Hey, thank you, Sam Howell.
Yeah.
He looks pretty good. He has not. Yeah. It's been a big thing around the Washington fan base that he has not strung 2 consecutive good games together. Like if you look at, or not even, I don't think he's had a progressive quarterback rating, like a one that gets better. It always or 3 games in a row. So I don't know. I'm probably going to stay away from a side entirely. But 5.5 for the Commanders.
Let me tell.
Go ahead.
If you're willing to have a little something hanging out until Sunday, you could throw, and you don't want to your spread, but you're pretty sure Washington gets the win, and you just want to fade the Bears. You could do a money line parlay of the Commanders tonight, Colts. And then throw. Colts. Colts.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I would say throw it on there with the Chiefs and the Dolphins. They've got pretty. What you would say are layup matchups. And I think that especially the Dolphins, I think could get it done. But I don't know. I just throwing out some ideas. A lot of people like their bets to settle in one night. Yeah. So I understand why people don't go over 3-4 days, sometimes 5 days. But yeah, I just can't see the Chiefs losing to the Vikings, and I can't see the Dolphins after getting embarrassed losing to the Giants. So that, I mean, ways to do it, get some plus money doing it that way. But again, if you want everything, tied up tonight, then we can get creative with some props. We can mix in some player props and things like that, and we can get you guys some plus money. I know FanDuel has same game boost tonight, so
Caesars
Eli and I
both
are
50%.
planning on a nice Caesars too. So yeah, we'll cook something up for you guys plus money. And yeah, so do you have any favorite legs for this game specifically, like player prop wise?
I'm like, yeah, let's start with like just the yards market if you want. A line that just it still seems off to me. I've tried to talk myself out of it because I'm not sure how good this guy is at football, honestly. But when I look at Curtis Samuel at a 30.5 line, and a guy that's it's been 50 plus, I think, in 3 out of 4 games, hit this line I think in a lot last year. I don't know, 30.5 for Curtis Samuel on points bet. Let me check Pig Sports real quick, see where the line is now. But that just seems, I was going to be interested in him, all the way up to 40.5 potentially, because these Bears don't cover anybody really. There's not really a pass rush a threat.
They've got injuries in the secondary too.
Everyone, literally everyone.
Yeah. Jalen Johnson, Eddie Jackson, these are some guys in the secondary that the Bears can't afford to be without. So I'm with you, man. I think targeting some pass catchers for the Commanders is a good look. It's one of those things too, like where McLaurin, I think, could easily get 100 yards tonight. I think somebody in the chat, I was peeking at it. Lionel McLaurin touchdown. McLaurin touchdown at this current price is,
what is it?
Gosh, I've seen it at plus money. It's at 165 on FanDuel. Pick it. Of course, you can shop around and find the best odds. McLaurin is just he's not a plus 150, 160 touchdown, anytime touchdown play for me.
He's like a plus 200s guy for me, I think. I agree.
Yes, I want a guy. I want his prices a little higher, but we've got this boost tonight. So, technically that will boost that up past that threshold that we both are comfortable playing it at. Correlated leg. If we're going Commanders as one of our legs, Commanders money line, I don't hate having a touchdown score for the Commanders on there. So McLaurin is fine. I think that's the chat. And you mentioned, I don't know, receiving yards. You want to go, you said Dotson over 30 or 30.5?
Samuel over 30. Oh, so it's over 30.5
Samuel,
on,
excuse me.
Curtis Samuel over 30.5 on points bet.
Samuel.
And this again is just the value. It's only 30.5 on points bet, and it's not a huge difference, right? A yard isn't a whole lot. 2 yards, honestly, though, in a Thursday night game could be a lot. And it looks like it's 32.5 everywhere except for FanDuel and Bet Rivers. But I like the 30.5. I'd be fine with 31.5 on FanDuel too. And that is an official bet for me. I've been thinking about laddering Samuel up to 75 maybe. As of right now, I only have Samuel over 30.5 on points bet, 0.6 minus 115. I left 0.4 of a unit out there in case I want to ladder him up. But that is an official play for me.
What's the best you've got, since you've got Pickett right, best receiving yard line? I've seen high 50s, but I think they might. McLaurin. I've seen high 50s. I've seen it low 60s, but I'm staring at a 60.5 on FanDuel.
57.5 on MGM, Caesars, DraftKings, Hard Rock, and then a couple of other.
I think he's gonna clear this. Like I said, I think he's your guy, man. Tonight, I think they both can, which then might lean to both of us looking at Howell passing yards too, as a potential leg, because I just feel like with these injuries in the Bears secondary, they'd be foolish not to try to test
Just
them.
try to sling it. Yeah.
Yep, just try to sling it. Okay, so we've kind of touched on those things. Let's flip other sides of the ball here. So if we think with these injuries for Chicago, and Fields, increased confidence perhaps from the offense here and them airing it out. We watched DJ Moore come up with a bunch of good catches, a couple toe taps on the sideline that were nice. Cole Kmet was a monster, dude. 2 touchdowns. He ran somebody over, a guy that has had a ton of promise, and I think that was his best game as a pro.
It was.
Those 2 guys. I mean, in a script that's probably calling for Justin Fields to throw the ball, I don't mind backing these guys with low numbers here. Like DJ Moore's around 50 yards, Cole Kmet's around 30 yards.
I prefer DJ Moore just because the Commanders, one thing they have done pretty well this season is defend tight ends. Okay. So that scared me off a little bit of Kmet. I did look there. I would be okay with DJ Moore. I almost, it seems like Justin Fields did not look like it was just mostly decision making. I feel like in the running game for him, but it looked like they were trying to get him more involved in the rushing game again. I think that was something that was missing from their offense. It's like that's all of last year, your best offensive threat was Justin Fields running the ball, right? And they kind of got away from it. He didn't look good rushing the ball, or not. He didn't look like he did last year rushing the ball last week. But it looked like they were trying to get him more involved. I'm trying to pull up his rushing yards line here because that's something that I feel like it's just kind of always interesting to me.
Well, it's depressed now because after back-to-back weeks, he hasn't really went off like in a half. That thing was hanging over 60 yards last week, so for it to drop 12 yards is pretty.
It's 48.
Huge. Yeah, 40. At least on FanDuel, I've got 48.5 yards.
Let me pull it up here. Okay, here we go. You can actually get 47.5 almost everywhere else. Okay. 48.5 on FanDuel and Barstool. 49.5 on Caesars, but it's 47.5 on MGM. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, okay. The 49.5 is the alt line. Sorry. 47.5 on MGM, Caesars, DraftKings, Bet Rivers, Hard Rock.
We down here, man. They're perfect for same game parlays. Drop that thing, drop a 60 down to a 50, or like your guy, a 31 into a 25.
25.
And that's fun, and
especially with one of the boosts. Especially with one of the boosts.
For sure, man. That's where I've been doing it and hitting them almost at a pretty high clip with these builders is trying to put same game parlays together that are high usage players with like low alts, and with the boost you can get into plus money, and that's what it's about, just stacking and hopefully have enough money where you can smack some lottos too. So I don't know. I mean, I'm with you, man. I think we see this game kind of progressing similar. Lot of the same looks. I think McLaurin receiving yards is my favorite look. And then your favorite look was
I like Curtis Samuel, mostly playing the number. The number.
Okay.
Like I said, I expected that line to be upper 30s, and it's you can still get 30.5 on points, but I just feel like that line is just too low. I just think it's too low, so I got to play it. Not necessarily that's a good, if we take that down to 25, maybe that's a good leg. But if we're going that way, I think McLaurin is probably the play as far as a parlay leg. But let's think about that. Let's move on to I think pretty much all of chat wants to hear about anytime touchdown scores. Do you have any thoughts there? I've seen everybody and their mom is on Robertson. I'm not yet. That is the play that makes sense. I might Monday. I almost hit. Oh my god, I can't think of names. The running back that almost had the Kenny Walker. I almost had him for 2. I had the same game, him for 2 touchdowns and alt spread. I think Seahawks like minus minus 10.5 or something, 9.5. And he he almost gets that one on the very first play, and then he has another one where I think he's tackled like inside of the 3 yard line. Almost cashed that, but something like that might be interesting to me again, like a Robertson 2 touchdowns, like an alt spread 9.5 or something. It won't be as juicy because the line's only 6. But what are your thoughts on anytime touchdowns? I asked you, and then I just kept talking.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Komet, we all know that Robinson's the chalk, but I don't feel like throwing a guy 150 to score.
Yeah.
I
You almost
just
have to
don't.
play 2. You almost have
Yeah,
to play 2 or play like anytime a first
I mean,
half or something like that.
you gotta be one of the top 5 or 6 running backs in the league for me to want to put.
Uh-oh. We potentially lost Matt. That's okay. I think he was going to say you almost have to be like a top 5 or 6 running back in football to lay minus 150 for a touchdown. I would tend to agree with him. Now, is he back? Is he back? Is he back?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It just I got popped out to the lobby. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I finished your thought for
Can
you. You
you?
have to be a minus. Yeah, we hear you. Minus.
Yeah.
You have to be like a top 5 or 6 running back in football to be
Hmm.
for us to lay minus 150 on your touchdown. And I agree with you
Yep.
100%. I don't think he's there yet. But doing if you want to do that, he should absolutely score a touchdown tonight. I'm not saying that's a bad bet. I don't like laying that much juice, but something like what is this 2 touchdowns? That might be interesting. Like I said, at any time first half, how you can bet those on FanDuel too. Something like that could be interesting. But I'm not going to try to sit here and tell you that the Robertson to score a touchdown tonight is a bad bet. It's absolutely not. I wouldn't mind 2 touchdowns either. I'm gonna get so this is I'm just gonna get right into a one that's probably not gonna hit, but I feel like the number is too high for me to pass on it. So I don't know if you've seen this. Last year, every week I was doing that guy's due report, like who's getting a lot of red zone targets and hasn't scored a touchdown from those targets recently. Cole Turner for the Washington Commanders, 4 red zone targets this year, does not have a receiving touchdown yet. And he is, I took him at plus 1,600 on PointsBet. I think it's actually plus 1,800 on FanDuel. Just for 1 touchdown. They're starting to look for him a little bit. I think he didn't have a red zone target last week, but 2 games before that he did. So that's again just kind of playing the number. That's a really, really big single touchdown bet for a guy that's again is getting a lot of red zone targets, not a lot, but enough to make plus 1,600, I think, or plus 1,800. Sorry, on FanDuel, a really, really good value. Use Pickett Sports again. Shop your lines, find the best one. We lost Matt again. That's okay. He'll be back probably. He does these shows from his iPad, I think. Interesting move by him. But he sounds great, doesn't he? His hair looks good, obviously. Chat. What do you guys have for anytime? I've seen a lot of Brian Robinson love. Honestly, Ryan, I don't love Robinson yards. I can't even really tell you why. I don't have a great feeling about Robinson yards. Matt pointed to a little bit that this Chicago secondary is so banged up that I think they're gonna say, "Hey, Sam Howell, go sling it." Like, I think there are a lot of people in Washington that believe in that kid. I think he's shown a lot of promise. I don't know how many carries he gets. I really don't. Like, why, if if they're finding a bunch of success in the passing game, why not let the kid sling and get more, get some experience. Easton and saying Bears are winning. I don't think so, man. I mean, maybe obviously it's Thursday night. We've seen weirder things. Washington at, I don't know how many positions they're better than the Bears right now, but it's a lot. It's a lot of positions. I like the coaching staff better. I like the play calling better. Um, I I think they win the trenches, both sides of the ball. Um, so yeah, I don't see very many paths to victory for the Chicago Bears tonight. I just don't see it. Um, Now, I'm wrong a lot. I'm wrong a lot. Don't tell my wife that I said that out loud. But okay, I was trolling. Yeah, you got me off on a 2-minute rant because you're trolling. Get out of the chat. James, block him or ban him. Just kidding. Don't do that. But anyway, does anybody with me on Cole Turner plus 1,800 for a touchdown? Are you kidding me? I got $15 on that to win 255. thoughts. Also, chat, please, if you see first drive catch markets start to open on FanDuel, please notify me immediately in here because I do have a couple likes, a couple angles there. Chat, you guys like -6 Commanders? So we were just talking about that in Power Script. You can get -5. You can get -5.5. Sorry, on PointsBet. Only bet you can do that. I know that because I use the Pickett Sports app for every bet that I'm considering. Use code Eli, code GoldBoys, code Matkafee, and they give you $3 for free when you connect your first sportsbook. And I think I haven't bet it yet. I kind of do like 5.5 for the Commanders. 6.5 it starts to get a little tough for me. I don't know. That 1 point is making a big difference. I don't know why. You don't think Komet can get 25 yards? Well, he absolutely can. He absolutely can. To me, I think there's potentially better value on the board, because that's the Commanders defense has struggled at times this season. One thing they've done consistently week in and week out is defend the tight end well. It does seem like last week they were really scheming Komet open, and they're especially early in that first quarter, first half, they were really trying to get Justin Fields comfortable in the passing game, and that included a lot of quick out routes, quick hitch routes, and Cole Kmet is always going to be very involved with that. So if you're looking at like kind of a game script angle, Kmet could be a good play there. But again, it's one thing that the Commanders defense has done well consistently all 4 weeks this season, basically, is defend the tight end position. Well, Matt, you're back. What's up? Nope, can't hear you. Can't hear you. You're muted. It's okay though. We'll get you back. James, maybe check his audio source for me. Check his audio source. Oh,
all right.
Nice,
Testing.
nice. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're back.
All right.
Let's go. But yeah, you're fine, dude. I was just kind of rambling about. I didn't give any more bets out while you were gone. I was just kind of rambling about football. It was kind of a good time. I don't know if you caught any of it, but is anybody with me on Cole Turner plus 1,800 for a touchdown? Are you kidding me? Come on, plus 1,800. Put $5 on it for me. Everybody, just put $5 on it. It's worth a sprinkle. He's getting red zone targets. Any other anytime touchdown scores you like tonight, man?
I mentioned Komet because of his targets.
Yep.
I think that DJ Moore is another good look. He caught the first touchdown of the game in the Broncos-Bears game, and it was a good one. They get burned. Like you mentioned, they have done a good job stopping the tight ends, but they have been got by number one receivers. I think A.J. Brown torched them last time out. So, and that's sort of a game script. If you want to go Bears, those would be my two favorite. Justin Fields being 175 is pretty high, but man, I just don't know. They had an opportunity to run him. They gave Khalil Herbert a carry at the goal line, and then they kind of worked him out for some passes and stuff. So on the Washington side of things, I think McLaurin, even though I don't love the price, is a good look. Curtis Samuel, nice gadget player.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah,
I mean, what's his line?
You mentioned you like his receiving. With all of these injuries in the secondary, man, it's going to be very hard for them.
And it's pick a receiver on Washington, honestly, and it's going to be hard to it's going to be hard to nail down. Pre-flop who it's going to be.
You said Cole Turner.
Yeah,
I know you said Cole Turner, and same could be said for Logan Thomas.
Absolutely,
nice big target.
Absolutely. We lost him again. It's okay. What line was I looking at? He's back. Plus 310 for Curtis Samuel on FanDuel. That's the best line. Shout out Pick Sports. That's really interesting. Plus 310. Plus 310 for Curtis Samuel. I haven't taken that. I might. Yeah, I've seen a lot of love for Logan Thomas too, Matt. A couple people in chat have asked about Logan Thomas. I don't hate that bet at all. What is his line? Whoa. James, fix it.
What's wrong?
You did something happened and you got really loud there, but I think we're fine. Logan Thomas plus 325 on Hard Rock is interesting.
Yeah.
Plus 325. I don't know. There are some good numbers here where you don't really have to lay. I don't know. There's some good value. There's some good value here in the plus 200, plus 300 for touchdown. Logan Thomas, Curtis Samuel. But again, it's we could talk about this all day. With this Bears secondary, I'm not going to be mad about any pass catcher for the Washington Commanders to catch a touch or to score a touchdown tonight. I saw somebody put Matt says he put a $50% boost DraftKings on Cole Turner to score a touchdown. I don't know if it's worth a boost. You already get. I'm like, damn, Matt, what else do you want? You're getting plus 1,800 or something. How did you use a boost on it too, my brother? Method of touchdown on FanDuel. Like pass or run? Is that what we're talking about? I have seen that. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me, unless you want to take like a Brian Robinson receiving touchdown instead of rushing or something like that. But I don't know if that's the play because it's probably going to be a rushing touchdown. Derek Gore, just in case of Easton, that's not a bad point. Easton saying just in case of a blowout, likes Derek Gore, third string running back, just called up from practice squad because of injuries. That's not a bad angle there. I don't think it's a blowout. I don't see it being a blowout. Samuel rushing. Oh, Samuel as a rushing TD. He did because he got one on that jet sweep last week, right? I don't think they pull that one out again. Just to be honest, I think that I don't know. Somebody look up how many rushing touchdowns Curtis Samuel had last season. I don't think it was very many. All right. So we've talked a lot about it. Anything you're gonna put your money on anytime touchdown wise, Matt?
I don't know yet. I haven't quite decided. So
okay,
the touchdown. The reason I've had a winning week every week is because I haven't been playing touchdowns. The variance, dude, is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay,
It's too much
that's valid.
sometimes.
That is valid. It's similar to it's kind of similar to the home run market. It's not as volatile as the home run market, but it's similar. You're going to go through cold streaks. You can have some really big weeks though.
Yeah.
But okay. First touchdown, build a parlay, and then get out of here. Well, so let's talk a little bit about first drive catch market because that's something I think I've got quite a few people looking at. We don't have FanDuel lines yet. I did just check again. I'm looking at Jahan Dotson again. I've played him the last 2 weeks. He continues to get targets on the first drive. He has not caught a ball on the first drive in the last couple weeks. Still don't know what your lock for today, Eli. Listen, lock is a 4-letter word. I never use that word except the one time I won $8,000. I don't even know if. Yeah, I did say lock. I'm probably going to play Jahan Dotson first drive catch, most likely on FanDuel when it comes out. I think I'm depending on the number, potentially playing DJ Moore, depending on what that number is. Just having a first drive catch on both sides. The game script on that first drive, the first couple drives for the Bears was very quarterback friendly, right? It was very get the ball out of Justin Fields' hands and do an open receiver 5 yards away, right? So I think there's going to be some catches on the first drive on both sides. The game script because of the game script for Chicago and because the Bears don't play defense against anyone. So I'm almost definitely playing Jahan Dotson to catch a pass on the first drive. Hopefully it's in the plus. Hopefully it's like close to plus 300 on FanDuel when those lines come out. Probably also playing DJ Moore. Okay, first touchdown scorer. I have a sprinkle on Jahan Dotson there as well. If you go back and he's getting a lot of targets in the first quarter. He's seeing a lot of red zone targets. When I watch some of their red zone drives too, it's almost like the balls that that are being thrown to Jahan Dotson like in the end zone, around the end zone. It's almost like he's forcing it to him in a way that it's like, hey, like this play is throw the ball to Jahan Dotson. You know what I mean? This is your read, throw jump ball or something like that. So I did sprinkle $10 on Jahan Dotson to be the first touchdown scorer at plus 1,300. Is there anything that interests you in the first touchdown market, man?
First touchdowns. Let's see.
Plus 155 on DraftKings. Yeah. So I'm not even looking at DraftKings anymore for the first drive catch while Matt's thinking about first touchdown. The odds are trash on DraftKings now. They've completely tanked them. They've been much better on FanDuel. What sucks is you don't get them until about 30 minutes for kickoff. Anyway, first touchdown, Matt. Anything sparking your interest there?
if I had to go with anything, I think, gosh, the market's terrible. The prices are so bad now. I haven't even looked at them this year because by the tail end of last year, they were so trash that I just stopped considering the market. Like, we used to be able to get, 4 or 5 guys in the double digit, the 20 to 1 kind of range in that sweet spot. Now, I mean, like Robinson plus 370, that's a joke. Justin Fields anytime is almost 2 to 1. Why take him at 9 to 1 for the first? That, I don't know. McLaurin at if you can get better than 10 to 1 on McLaurin, I don't hate that.
Yeah.
But still, to me, I like a lot longer odds. They unfortunately, the books have just killed this market for me. So it's not something I screw with too much.
All right.
Like Sam Howell, 12 to 1. That's crazy.
That sucks. It
should be twice that.
It should be. Okay. Well, let's talk about a same game parlay here. Let's talk about a same game parlay. I think it makes sense to do some sort of alt line for Scary Terry here. What number do you like for I know you like his yards too. You like 50 at minus 192 or 60 at minus 122, or do you want to get in the plus money range?
Well, just I guess first off, is our goal to have a kind of a builder or a lotto with this? Because
so I like a little bit of I don't know. I don't like getting above like 5 legs. I would love to have like a 4 leg somewhere in the plus 500 to plus 1,000 range.
Okay, sounds like a plan. So I think we could take it for 60 yards.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I almost just want to take Commanders minus the 6, man. I feel good about it.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to just throw over 60 and a half on there and at minus 110.
Okay.
If we're doing this thing on FanDuel, because I'm not 1 yard is not.
Yeah, I'm with you. So I'm gonna go Commanders minus 6. I'm gonna do it. I'm in. As long as you're not completely against it. I feel really good about the Commanders covering the 6. I might actually shop this on PointsBet too, so we can get to 5.5. Okay. Terry McLaurin 60.5. So then we got 2 legs at plus 228. Do we want to throw in a Robinson touchdown? That's way too juiced, right?
Well, I didn't hear leg. I'm sorry. My connectivity issues. I'm having trouble.
Commanders minus 6. Commanders minus 6.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm just going.
We're putting the spread in our same game parlay.
I feel good about it, man. I feel good about it. Could look at Justin Fields rushing.
DJ Moore receiving yards.
Okay. Yep, I'm good with that.
Or his receptions, because the receptions are at 3.5, right? Or are they 4.5? Let's see.
It's 3.5 minus 154. Yep. We could take an alt. I think I prefer receptions just because of what the game script looked like. Honestly,
I like
you could play alt receptions. You can play alt receptions too if you want to go up to 4.5. I think I would be okay with that. So 5 is plus 136, or we can say at the 4 minus 158.
Dang, dude, alt receptions is pretty tight. I didn't even realize that. No, I think 4 at or just playing the
over 3.5.
Over 3.5, we save a little bit of money versus doing 4 in the alt.
So that gets us to plus 451 with 3 legs.
With the boost, that puts it to...
Yeah, with the boost. Puts us to what? Close to 700? 455. 451 times 1.5. 676. You want to roll with that, or you want to go one more leg? I wouldn't hate a Justin Fields alt rushing line, or even...
See, I think we can go one more leg.
Yeah. We could take We've got pass catchers covered. We've got the side covered. I think we go either anytime touchdown or we go some sort of rushing line here. So either like an alt line for Robinson or Fields, or we could just go chalk and go Brian Robinson touchdown.
I would say we leave a touchdown off. See, I'm trying to talk you by the end of this parlay to just go on money line instead of the spread.
All right.
Yeah, that's my goal. And if we pick the right prop here, so rushing yards. See, I think Robinson will have somewhere between.
Damn it, Matt.
Like that.
No, you got to say it again. Somewhere between what?
I would say somewhere between 50 and 60 yards.
Yeah, I was gonna say 50, maybe 50.
50 yards. Yeah, minus 225. I don't hate that. Those 3 legs, if we go...
It's plus 442 without a boost. That's McLaurin over 60.5. DJ Moore 3.5 receptions. Commanders money line. And Robinson 50 plus.
If we go...
Be like 660 with a boost, I think.
If we just leave the spread off altogether or the side off and just go those 3 player props, it's plus 500.
With a boost, yeah.
Oh wait, that's a 50% boost. For some reason, I have a 100% boost.
Yeah, 50%. So it would still be 330. Oh yeah, I just have 50. I think 333 times 1. It's still plus 500 with the 50%.
Yeah.
Because it's 333 without a boost, so
Correct.
It's 499. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. That'd be McLaurin over 60.5, DJ Moore over 3.5 receptions, and then Brian Robinson for 50 rushing yards.
I think this is a winner, dude. I'm gonna save my boost. I think I'm putting this just straight because I'm gonna put my boosts on maybe something a little sketchier. And see what happens, or safer. I don't know. I got to figure out what I'm doing, but I like this a lot. I think we got a winner here.
All right.
Yep.
I'm in. I don't mind it. I do like it. If you want to use a boost on it, that's fine. I'll read it one more time. I'm not gonna have time to get it to James. It is Terry McLaurin over 60.5 receiving yards. DJ Moore over 3.5 receptions. Brian Robinson 50 plus rushing yards. If you want to put Commanders alt spread minus 9.5 or something in there, I wouldn't be mad about it because I think they win this game by a lot. But we're leaving it off. We're leaving it off.
Yeah, dude. Tempting fate now.
Yep. We probably should have done a sleeper play. Probably not going to get there because I'm tired and I don't want to shift my focus into that.
You can blame it on my connectivity issues.
That and my lack of a brain right now.
Yeah.
It's been like a week. It's like 2 weeks now where I just have been doing these shows just with half of my brain, man. I don't know why. But okay, let's do a recap. Thanks sponsors again, and let's get the heck out of here and try to eat something else before this football game starts. So all of my bets that I have officially locked in, Curtis Samuel over 30.5 on PointsBet, over 30.5 on PointsBet. You can play 32.5 if you want on elsewhere. I really like the number at 30.5. That's 0.6 of a unit for me for minus 115. I'm probably going to end up laddering that at least to 50, maybe to 60. I also have a sprinkle on Cole Turner anytime touchdown. I have a sprinkle on Jahan Dotson first touchdown. I forgot I did this too. And so I just parlayed those 3 together. So Jahan Dotson first touchdown, Cole Turner anytime touchdown, and Curtis Samuel over 31.5. What do you think a $1.83 bet wins you on that, Matt?
I'm gonna guess $800.
$1,002. $1.83 to win 1,000 basically. That's Jahan Dotson first touchdown, Cole Turner anytime touchdown, Curtis Samuel over 31.5 because it was on FanDuel, so I didn't get the 30.5 anymore. So that's the only thing I have into this point. I'm waiting on FanDuel lines for first drive catch, in which I will almost definitely be playing Jahan Dotson to catch a pass on the first drive. I might play DJ Moore if it's around plus 200. And again, I'm probably going to end up laddering Curtis Samuel receiving yards. That's all my straight bets. We also have the same game parlay we just built here together. That's Terry McLaurin over 60.5. DJ Moore over 3.5, Brian Robinson 50 plus, and that is plus 333. If you use a boost, it gets you right to plus 500, which is really I like that a lot. I like that a lot for the numbers we're getting.
Yep, I put that parlay out in the channel, my channel, and I notified both you and I, and then I'll be sure to tweet this thing out too for you guys that may not be in GoldBoys Discord. But the link is in there. in my channel and notified both of us. So yeah, I think that's a winner, dude. We're gonna get some yats tomorrow for lunch.
I'm going to the zoo tomorrow. You want to go to the zoo tomorrow? I'm going to the zoo tomorrow.
My wife would love to go to the zoo tomorrow. Me, I've seen those animals so much, and I like to go to the zoo when it's a little warmer and the animals are, you know, kind of spry and moving around. If it's rainy like today,
I don't think it's gonna rain. I don't think it's gonna rain. But yeah, if it's raining, I think we'll probably be out. But
man, tomorrow, see, fall breaks next week. We should get together. We should do the zoo on fall break. Get the families out. We'll do that. That'll be good.
Maybe, yeah.
All right.
We have a pass, and we also have the +2 adults, so you get in for free.
We also have the pass.
Let's go.
So
Let's go.
Man, we'll all of Indy. We'll see you at the zoo.
All right, next week sometime.
Sounds good.
You don't have any official bets in just yet, right? Other than
I'm gonna have a builder that I pop out here in a second. It's gonna be low alt yards for McLaurin and Moore, and probably a crazy alt line spread like Washington catching a ton of points. I'm just trying to get this thing around even money. And yeah, so to me, those are my two guys that I can rely on the most in this game would be McLaurin and Moore. So it may be a double exposure, but I'm going to go as close to, you know, even money as I can with these boosts. And it's been working, honestly. And now I'll probably put one lotto out around, you know, my 10-1 odds that everybody seems to like, because I do think this game could have some points scored in it.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it. Thursdays are always wonky. You know, we always complain we're an hour into the game and somebody's notifying, hey, I'm taking no touchdown live, you know, stuff like that. But I don't know, man. These defenses are kind of bad.
There should be some points tonight. I
think we get at least like into the mid 40s tonight.
Yeah,
I do.
I agree.
So, all right. Well, let's win some bets and we'll talk soon.
All right, just tuned in. Thought that was Chris Jericho. I'm assuming he's talking about you. This is Matkafee. I'm assuming all you guys are following him on Twitter. But if you're not, go follow him. Shout out GoldBoys.com. Sign up for the Discord. Matt's crushing NFL. Get all of his NFL bets as soon as he posts them. All mine too, if you care. Shout out Pickett Sports. Use code GoldBoys. Get $3 for free. Sleeper picks. Code GoldBoys. $100 deposit match. You also get DJ Moore for like 41.5 receiving yards, something like that tonight. That's it for today. We'll be back Sunday morning. I think Finesse the Books will be back tomorrow at 5:30 or 6 o'clock for UFC show. Matt, you should get involved in that at some point. You should get involved with
dude, I'm down, man. Call me when we get juicy cards, because I'm all for talking about big money fights. Like, yeah, I'll let the hardcore guys
do the fight nights and stuff.
Yeah. Hey, when we've got
that's honestly that's what I told Finesse. Finesse basically demanded that we let him do a UFC show, and we're like, yeah, dude, run with it. I can't put my time in and do it unless it's a big pay-per-view.
That's what I mean, especially when in the European and NFL, European soccer, NFL, and we got NBA weeks away.
Yep.
I don't have the bandwidth either to, like, you know,
dig into the fight nights,
the contender series, and a lot of these unranked guys that are on the up and come. I'll still do the research when they make it to a card and stuff, and try to. But
big pay-per-views
for me, exactly. Like, once we get title fights, juicy cards, top 5 contenders, I'll be all in. I'll be there on the next card. Maybe Stipe Jones. Is that the next banger?
Maybe. We got you. I think so, Lucy. I think so. Check with, I don't know. Ask Finesse on Twitter. Opinion Donald Mooney first TD. Sure. I don't hate it. I guess I don't love it. But we're getting out of here. Thank you. Shout out to sponsors. Matt, thank you for jumping on last minute here. I greatly appreciate you. Till tomorrow, UFC, or Sunday morning for the Sunday morning preview. Good luck on all your bets, and be nice to each other. Thank you.